Hello. Welcome. We're here. It's Wednesday. Okay, there it is. There's the chat. Everyone's here. Look at this. We got the window. You know, is this? I don't even know what I'm even saying. It's Wednesday. Hello, everyone. Welcome, Stream Elements. Welcome, Stanley, Resetter, Defins, Yurga, Chocojax, Denchi, Someone404. And there's you guys. Everyone except the bear. Look, we've seen the bear so many times. The bear's not even interesting anymore. You know, we've seen it way too many times. Every time I see the bear now, I'm just like, yeah, of course it is. Of course the bear's over there. Right? It's like, it's not even a surprise anymore. Anyway, we always gotta start off, you know, with this thing that we do. Look at this. Look at this cool setup. Isn't this just like only up? You know, here's some obstacles, you can jump on them. Every stream, they're moved around. And I think that's cool. We've seen it so many times, the counter rolled back. Yeah, it's a signed integer. So it's unsigned. It's unsigned, it goes back to 0. We've seen it more than 255 times. Does bear have a name? It's just bear, you know? It is just bear. I don't know if it has a name. But anyway. Welcome Zoli as well. Always sign. Yeah, I guess that's a good practice sometimes. You know, because you never know. Maybe the external data source has a negative number. Yeah. You mean signing in the other way. Also, welcome Tag Barrel. It could belong to anyone. It could be literally anyone. Anyway, you know, nothing really going on today. I'm just back here on the lake, as usual. Yeah, that's basically it. I've been continuing working on the Fediverse server stuff, and I'm just like, you know, I'm updating some code, you know. There's some things about Misskey and Firefish that I don't like, specifically around like how logged out users can still have your server request data. So I started coding some stuff, you know, started adding some things. I cloned the repo, started updating the code, and I got it to work in a way that's good. Welcome Teacher33. Face was XML. XML is bad. What's it written in? Misskey is written in JavaScript, or I guess TypeScript. Firefish, which is a fork of Misskey, it has some Rust in it, but I don't know exactly where they're using it. But I just upgraded the TypeScript stuff. Specifically, there's two things that annoy me about the implementation. I got a proxy, but that proxy is not verified. Literally anyone could request data through your proxy, even though your server is not in charge of it. And then there's also, you could even if you're not logged into the server, you can request a remote user, right, just by going to a URL, and then it'll show up on your federation list. And I'm like, I don't want that. So I cloned the repo locally, I updated some logic, made it so that you can only fetch remote users if you're logged in. And I don't know, maybe I'll open a pull request. Maybe I'll just deploy my own version from my fork. Yeah. MTN links to an article from 2000 on the XPath topic. Yeah, XML is annoying. It's so verbose. It's got a lot of stuff going on. Anyway, that's what I've been working on. It is surprisingly hard to to contribute. Not really contribute, but like, you know, you clone the repo and you try to build it, and it's like the instructions don't make that much sense. I think they were written with like not Mac OS in mind. They're written with like Linux in mind. They're like install the Firefish repo. It's like install Nix, run this script, and then I tried running it, and it doesn't work on Mac, so I had to find a workaround. Also, thank you Mooney for the 10 months. It's a long time. It's a lot of months. And I got it to work though. I got it to work. I had to. It's kind of weird, but it works. Connecting to chat. What the? Also, welcome Marklar. What if catch and release only let you catch fish from your region? Well, I don't even know where these fish are. I'm not even aware of what region this fish is from. Like, what is it? What kind of fish is this? You guys know fish? Do you guys even know fish? What is this one? A carp? Carpal tunnel? Am I gonna add catch and release integration? I don't know how. I don't know how I would even do that. I could. A fish. It's a fish. Did I welcome Shima Panic? Were you here? Did I welcome you? I don't think I did welcome you. Welcome to Shima Panic as well. And no fish. This fish is out here. We're not even fishing. You know what? We gotta fish. You know, you gotta start off the stream. There's fish over here. You gotta fish. Okay? You gotta do it. There it is. There it is. The fish. Right there. They're right there. XML seems like they were fighting a different war. Yeah, the XML. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. It's verbose. I don't know. JSON has mostly replaced XML. But yeah, before I like cloned the repo, I had some workarounds. I had this Nginx proxy in front of the Mastodon instance. Sorry, not Mastodon. In front of the Misskey / Firefish instance, and I had some, you check the headers, and you're like, if this header is not here, disallow the request. If this header is not here, do this. And then I was like, it's kind of hacky, huh? So I have cloned the repo. I am updating some things, and I will deploy it, and it'll be nice. Also, welcome to Maya. And then everything will be good. The thing about Firefish versus Misskey is that Firefish, their Docker image does not support ARM machines. As you guys know, ARM, Oracle Cloud gives you free ARM servers that you can run stuff on. And does not have that, but Misskey does. But I had to build it myself. Thankfully, I had a MacBook, MacBook Pro. It is ARM based, so I could just build the Docker image on there. There's also this S3 proxy by Nginx. This is so specific. This conversation is so specific. I'm sure no one cares. I'm sure like one person, two people care. There's an Nginx proxy for S3. So basically, you can configure your Misskey or Firefish instance to, instead of writing to local storage on your machine, you can write it to an S3 compatible instance. And the thing is though, the best way to do that is to make it so that your S3 bucket is not publicly accessible. And so you want it to like only access it if you have the API key. But Misskey does not by default provide a proxy. And so I set up this Nginx proxy in front, and there's a Docker image by the official Nginx company that will proxy stuff to S3. It'll do the S3 headers. It'll compute the headers required, and I got that to work. I deployed it to my Kubernetes cluster, and Unfortunately, they also don't support, they don't have ARM Docker images, so I just built my own and pushed it, and it works. I might open like an issue on their GitHub repo saying like, hey, please support ARM64 on your Docker images. I mean, like all of their other images do, so maybe they just didn't consider it. Half understand, it's interesting, love to listen to people interested in a topic even if I have no idea. That's also true. I like when people talk about things, you know, and they're like, I love to talk about this thing. I love to talk about this thing. Here's a fish, get the frick out of here. And then, I got that to work. And Firefish also supports, there's this thing called Libre, what is it called? It's called Libre Translate. You know, there's like translation APIs like DeepL, Libre Translate. DeepL, if you want to have DeepL enabled on your Misskey instance, you gotta get an API key. And I don't know if that costs money. I think they have a free version, but you can deploy Libre Translate for free. I tried it out. It's actually not that good. The quality of the translations is kind of bad. You would expect, right? You have a translation tool. If you type like Ohio in Japanese, you expect it to translate to like, you know, good morning or like hello in English. It does not. It does not translate to that. It translates to like close, like CLOSE. And I was like, this kind of sucks. But I mean, it's free. It's free. I deployed it in my cluster. I've configured it. Configured my instance to point to that. How about ARM GameCube? What the frick? Is this supposed to happen? Why is this sliding down? Surely there is some transformer that can do better. Yeah, I think it might be better for other languages. Like maybe it's not that good at Japanese. Right. But you know, whatever. I tried doing it. Maybe, well, you know, if this is gonna be like a single user instance just for me, I probably won't run into like the DeepL rate limit or anything like that for their free tier. So I will just get rid of Libre Translate. Gotta open it up. I don't want to manage other people's stuff. That's my thing. Since I'm already running an Akatsu instance for Mastodon, I don't want people to just sign up and start doing stuff, right? Like I mentioned, like what is, you know, like I could have like a channel point redeem that's like, here's like if you have 100k points, I'll give you an invite or whatever, 200k. I don't know. I would not open it up to everyone though, because that is just, there's going to be problems there. If anyone can sign up, someone could easily go in there and start following like really suspicious accounts. Denchi volunteers for moderator. No. Don't want to post anything, just want to make an account. That's what I did. I signed up on Misskey, the official Misskey instance. Wolfie on there, it is me. I did not upload an avatar, I didn't post anything. You guys know Blue Sky? The Twitter alternative? I have an account there as well. It's Wolfie. I'm finally able to get Wolfie. Is it open? It's not, but I think someone in one of the discords that I was on was like, hey, it looks like there's like this invite code that can be used like infinitely. So then they just sent the invite code and everyone was able to join, and I was like, oh, that's cool. You know, I guess if you guys want to join, I can find that Blue Sky invite code. But I'm not actually gonna use Blue Sky. I just wanted to sign up to get my username so that someone else did not take it. Okay, let me try to find the invite code. I don't know if it still works. I don't know like why that invite code works infinitely. Like maybe some developer generated like a special key and then just everyone was like, hey, I found this one. It turns out you can use this as many times as you want. I don't know. But okay, I'll try to find it. I'm gonna try to find it right now. You can sign up right now if I can find it. If I can find where that invite code is. Blue Sky. Blue Sky. This one. How is that sky so blue? Okay, copy. I'm copying the URL. Also, welcome Nutritious. Okay, I'm gonna post in general. Here it is. Here is a Blue Sky invite code that apparently can be used infinite times. Times if you want to sign up. Okay, there is. I don't know. You find the website. I don't know what the URL is for using an invite code. You can go there. It's on the Discord. Ow. If you're on the Discord, you can get it. Anyway, I signed up for that. I signed up for the official Misskey. I have my own Misskey. Sorry, it's not Misskey. I tried the original one. I tried to install it was Misskey, and I find that I find Firefish to be a bit nicer. Hey, look, it's the bear, guys. Check it out. Hold on. They were just talking about the bear. Look at that. Look at it. Check it. Check this out. It's back. It's always there. That bear is literally here every day. We're not even gonna look at it anymore. There it is. Yeah, Firefish looks a lot nicer than Misskey in my opinion. I think it also has better security policies. I don't know. You also landed on a Firefish. Yeah, I know, you've talked about it. You have said that. You know what annoys me about the Firefish GitLab? They don't host their code on GitHub, they have their own GitLab instance. Every time you try to search for something, you're like, oh, I wonder if this issue exists. You search for the issue, you click on one thread, and then you try to click on another one, and it says, you submitted too many requests. And I'm like, this is literally like the second request. I hate it's so annoying. I just want to view the issues. Why do you make it so hard for me to check? Invite code not accept. Oh man, what the? Never mind. Okay, I'm gonna put in chat. Never mind, it doesn't work. I'm gonna go in the chat. Say, okay, maybe it doesn't work anymore. Never mind. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, welcome, Raiders. Hello. I will shout you out. Shout out KK Cyber. Hello everyone. We're playing Just Chat. It could be literally anything. You could be chatting about literally anything. Welcome Fuzzy Sight. Welcome KK Cyber. Welcome Great Hand. Welcome Denpafish. Drill Spazzer. Bows. Kronovsky. Random Pie Man. Also, thank you, Denchi, for the gift sub. This might be the most viewers I've ever had. That's not true. I've had more. I love VR fishing, but haven't played this game. Yeah, it's cool. I play this game all the time. I recommend it. It's very chill. There's like missions you're supposed to do, but I've technically beaten everything. Here's the final boss. You catch the big fish, and you get this trophy. And I have it. So now we're just chilling. I was doing a wake-up stream where I made coffee, also did my nails. That sounds cool. Hopefully the coffee was good. Hopefully the nails were good, of good quality. Yeah, teach me how to fish. Okay, here's what you do. Here's how you do. I'm gonna start from scratch, okay? Get this out of here. Here's what you do, okay? You get this, right? You get the fishing rod. You can put the fishing rod here if you want. You just grab it, and then you press on this button. You can't see the button I'm pressing, but it lowers this thing, right? And then you grab your bait. Okay, we got many different types of bait. This one is the free one. You have an infinite amount of them. This one's like, it's like a worm. Look at this, it's like a worm. And then you just put it on there. And then you go back, right? You get the fishing rod, you go back a little bit. And then as you're going forward, you let go of this thing. And then it gets cast, right? It's casting out there. And then you just wait. Just sit there waiting. Seems cozy and good for chatting. Yeah, it's good. So it's a good game. There's also night mode. If you put on this this night mask, you enter night mode. I'm not going to do that yet because I usually do that later on. But yeah, then you just wait. You know, once there's a bite, you just start reeling in. I'm a pro caster. So you want to get VR just so I can hang out in VR chat and spend all day fishing? Yeah, fishing is fun. I've played VR chat like a few times, and I get motion sickness from it. So I've never played it again. Never played it again. But you know, I like this game. It's a fun game. Is there an indicator? Yeah, your controller starts vibrating. So okay, here's what you do, okay? A lot of people, they think when you get a fish, you just reel in like as much as you can, like as fast as possible. That's not what you do. This is real fishing here. You want to pay attention to like the tension in the line, right? It's straight right now, which is fine. But if you reel in too much, it starts bending like that, right? You want to let go of the reel. And basically, you're just trying to tire the fish out. Right? You're trying to get the fish to be tired. To the point where it just gives up. It's like real life, guys. The fish tries too hard and it just gives up. And then you just pull it up. If you try to like reel too much, right? I guess the line snaps, right? There's too much tension. And it's like tug of war. Sometimes there's a bear. Yeah, sometimes there's a bear that shows up. They saw it like on that mountain. Sometimes it's like over there. Anyway, you just start reeling in. You see that fish down there? It's a big fish. Maybe it's like a regular sized fish. I don't know. We don't even know. Yeah, it's just a bunch of, just a bunch of reeling in. Just wait. Right, you see the tension? Don't have it be too tense. And then you're just here chilling. You're just waiting for the fish to give up. There is a bear. Can you fish with? If this game unfortunately doesn't have multiplayer, I feel like if this game had multiplayer, it'd be so cool. Right, you could see other people in the lake fishing. Unfortunately, this is a single-player game. I'm sure there are like some fishing worlds in VR chat. Anyway, here's the fish. You've caught the fish. And then you just grab the fish. And this game is called Catch and Release. You can release if you want. If you don't want, you can just put them in this cooler. If you close the lid, whatever fish are in the cooler get sold. But, let's release this one, right? This fish out here. Bam, look at that. I think the Environmental Protection Agency pays you money if you release a fish. Sometimes it's more than you would get if you sold it. So like there are fish that are a certain size. Let's say it's like, let's say this fish is on average like this big, right? You can measure it if you want. And then like if the fish is smaller, you might get more money from releasing it. There's also like a scale that you can use. Also there's like a sandwich. Check it out, guys. A sandwich. You can eat a sandwich. And you can buy some stones. Look at this. Go skipping stones. It's 5. The money. Oh, you could buy stuff. Get some soda. Look at this. Crack open a cold one. And then just play some sounds. Also, thank you, Rune Spoon, for the gift sub to Jennifer Fish. And then you can recycle it, you know, you put it back in there, recycle it. You can buy a bunch of different bait. You get a, here's a scale. This is the scale you can use to weigh stuff. Right, so like, let's say we caught this fish and we're like, how big is this fish? We do this. It weighs literally nothing. I think that's a bug. It weighs 1.57. I don't know if that's good or bad. Anyway, we don't need this. It's optional. Let's release this one. If you close the lid, it sells the fish. We got $12.65 for that. Yeah, crack open a cold one. Fish together somewhere else. I don't know. VR chat, it gives me motion sickness. The thing is, like, this game, I don't move around that much, right? I just stay here. You can row the boat if you want. I typically just stay in one spot for several weeks at a time, just because this is basically just like a chatting stream. See, multiplayer fishing games of the are very heavyweight with stats and whatnot. I just want to chill and fish. Yeah, exactly, right? If they had this game but multiplayer, I think it'd be pretty cool. It's got like a nice atmosphere. This is like the nicest atmosphere I've seen in any game. Right, it's raining, you know, you got the audio from both sides. Sometimes there's lightning. Sometimes if you go into night mode, there's like shooting stars. It's nice. Crack open a cold. Yeah, crack open a cold one. Also, sometimes you fish up some trash. Look at this. We got this this can out here. You might notice this this boot. You might be wondering, why are these things floating? It's physics. That's how this game works. Pretty sure it's a bug, but every week we make this tower gets taller. Keep it old school. Yeah, keep it old school. There's even rare. Yeah, you can. Okay, so the point of this game is kind of like to catch the bigger fish. I don't do that anymore. I'm just here to chill. But you could have the more expensive bait, right? But the bigger fish require better strategies, right? Like that fish that I demonstrated catching is pretty simple. But there's some fish where you have to like use specific bait. You have to like reel in a certain way, right? You have to like, you know, sometimes let's say for example, right? You have this. Put this bait out there. Some fish, they like when the bait moves around. So you can like, you know, you can reel in slowly, and then the fish is like, whoa, what's that thing? Is that a moving fish? And then it's like, then it goes over there. But I don't bother with that because I'm just here to chill. Also, welcome Troll GM. Grinding for the eventual competitive VR fishing scene. No, I'm just here to chill. Also, sometimes there's a plane. Check that out. They got a plane up there. Sometimes it does tricks. Sometimes it flies between that rock. And I think that's dangerous. How can you reel in when the reel isn't even real? You have to use your imagination. Have you considered imagination? So this goes here. You know, it's a lot of weight. Gonna go AFK. Yeah, have a good rest of your day. Thank you for the raid. Anyway, before all this, what was I talking about? Miski. I was talking about Miski and Firefish. What was the last thing I said? I don't even remember. Let's scroll up in chat. What did I say? Talking about it's Wednesday. Oh yeah, we were talking about the Blue Sky. Okay. The Blue Sky invite code does not work. Did it not work? Am I sure the code is right? Actually, let me check. I think it's right. Oh, we got a fish though. Okay, let me... Ah, frick. I just hit my wall. Last one should be 5 letters. Okay, maybe I didn't copy the code correctly. After I catch this fish, let me check. Yeah, I might have copied it wrong. You gotta make sure you get your username on this website that you will never use. Anyone sign up for Threads? You guys get your Threads username? Not me. I did not. I gave up because I don't want to link it to my Instagram. Is banned? Oh yeah, that is true. It's not banned, they just haven't released it yet. I say yet as if it's gonna happen at some point, but I'm sure it'll happen at some point. I've seen that their users have declined like 80% or something in the past week. It's always like this. Every time there's a new social media, everyone's like, oh, you gotta check this out. You gotta use that one. And then a week later, everyone's back on Twitter. Okay, let me check to see if the invite code that I copied is valid. Oh yeah, maybe I think I didn't copy the last character. Hold on. Copy this. Go back to my message. Oh yeah, no, yeah, I didn't. Okay. There should be another character at the end. Okay, I've edited. Okay, there's a 4 at the end. Guys, there's a 4 at the end. Try that one. If it works, I will update. I'll be like, guys, it works. Everyone get on this social media. That it works? Okay. Okay, never mind, comma, it works. I just missed a letter at the end. Alright, yeah, now you're on the website. And you will never use it. Yeah, go sign up because Elon Musk is bad. Twitter? Sorry, I mean X. I mean the website formerly known as Twitter. I noticed that on my phone, every time I leave the Twitter app and I like go back to it, the logo always flashes to like the X. And then it becomes the bird again. It's like the bird is trying to fight back. It's like, no, I don't want to be an X. I want to be a bird. It's trying to fight. It's fighting for its life out here. Welcome, Matthias. You're leaving Twitter as soon as you get on Blue Sky. You could get on there right now. You could literally sign up right now. If you subscribe. You don't have an invite, you can join my Discord. There's an invite, but then I would have to add you know what, I'll just copy paste the code here. You guys can all have an invite code. Everyone, you viewers. Here I'm gonna copy. I've copied the message. And I will paste it in here. Look at this. There's a 4 at the end. Make sure there's a 4 at the end. There it is. Okay, you could sign up. I don't know what that invite code is. What if it's like, what if they ban everyone that uses it? What if they're like, hey, this invite code was not meant to be used. Anyone that signed up with it gets banned. I don't know, but it works. It works. It's real. Best part of Fediverse so far is that I get to enjoy all the hackers that left Twitter. There's a lot of people on there. And multiple people use the same code. This one, yes. This one I feel like is some sort of special admin code. I think they're supposed to be one-time use. But I don't know why this one allows everyone to use it. You can sign up. I will not use it though. Don't bother following me on there. I just signed up to have my username. Wolfie Social. But like when I have my own Misskey / Firefish instance, I don't know, cause like the domain I was thinking of is gonna be like a Wolfie related, you know, like wolfie.dev or like wolfie.social or whatever. And like I don't, you know, like I don't know if other people. If I open up to other people, it'd be kind of weird, right? You'd be like, oh yeah, you can follow me at like, you know, denchi@wolfie.dev, right? That's weird. Oh, you could set up your own. You could be like denchi@vtubestudio.com, right? Is there like a .studio domain? Can you have like vtube.studio? I think maybe you could do that. Yeah, you could. Is that real? Is that a real domain? Maybe they accidentally. Oh yeah, they must have been like, oh no, guys, everyone's signing up for Threads. We gotta let people know. We gotta leak this invite code so people sign up. Okay, so is it real? You just link. Is that just like a spam website? And I set up a system where every post requires a Picross puzzle. I could. I guess I could. But it would kind of make it harder for third-party apps to use it. Right? You would have to go through the website, which is not ideal. But you could. Yeah, vtubestud.io. You could have vtube.studio. You could have everything. You could have everything. Yes, for code, no problem. No problem. I will never use the website. But it's there, you know, if you just want your username. You can sign up. Welcome, TK. The real VTube. There's what if there's like some companies have their own top level domain, right? Like Google has their own. There's like a .google. I know like BBC, the British Broadcasting Corporation, they have their own top level domain. They have like their own Mastodon instance now. It's like mastodon.bbc. It's real. Like how do they even get that, right? How are they allowed to have their own, right? Why can't I have my own? Why can't there be like social.wolfie, right? Oh, there could be like a Wolfie top level domain. Of like, you know, it's a bunch of different options. But you know, it's real. Everything is real. This is our social media landscape now. I like Wolfie, thank you. I mean, the top level domain, yeah, it should be like, you know, social.wolfie. And have like, you know, I don't know. I don't even know. There's so many things you can do. You could have so many websites. I'm still sad that you can't sign up for like a .ie website. Any Irish people in chat? Anyone here want to sign up for for an Irish domain for me? Actually, I think it's like if you're an individual and not a corporation, and if you want to sign up for like a .ie domain, it has to be based on your name, like your real name. You can only have like something else if you're a company. That's what I've seen at least. They're like, if you are a resident of Ireland, it has to be your name. Krasvelik. I don't know who that is. You can use your own DNS, yeah, but I don't want that. I don't want to have people have to like use a custom DNS to access my website. Because, like, then also, you can't federate with other websites, right? If you're on the Fediverse, you can't, like, expect every instance to, like, have their own... update their DNS resolver to be able to talk to my instance. Got wall.fi. Is that a real domain? Is that a real thing? Imagine if everyone did. You know, there could be... What if there's like this underground network of like Fediverse instances that they share a DNS resolver? You could only access it through that instance. Would not be surprised. It could be real. It could be happening right now. It probably does exist. But they probably do like some shady stuff because like that, unfortunately, that's how things are. A lot of stuff that's using, you know, like onion routing or whatever. It's a lot of illegal activity going on there. Yeah, the darknet. The VTuber darknet. Yeah, everyone's like, yo, check it out, guys. We got I don't even know. we got discount codes for VTube Studio. Whoa. It's the darknet. This is where they share pirated VTube models. It's where they share, like, I don't know, Twitch partner, the staff for Twitch, you can just talk to them and they'll just give you Twitch partner. Stuff like that. Here's some illegal live 2D techniques. Unpatched. They don't know the exploits. Actually, remember that when that was a thing? When Live 2D had one of those security vulnerabilities. That could be happening on the social media dark web. Yeah, check it out, guys. Here is this model you can use. It'll overflow the buffer. It'll allow arbitrary code execution. Yeah, VTuber. Oh yeah, here's all the membership streams from this VTuber. The unarchived karaoke. Here's the torrents. Look, the bear is back. Here's the bear, guys. Pretty sure like no one's even hearing, but check it out. Okay, we're gonna zoom in. Where's my zoom? Here it is. It's the bear. I'm gonna assume that all the raiders are gone now. They remember me talking about the bear and they're like, I don't know, this bear doesn't seem real. But there it is. Sitting up there. Sitting. It's out there. It's up there chilling, you know, looking into the distance. And now it is going to walk away. Because that is what bears do. They just live in the wilderness. Majestic. What a majestic creature. It plays the same animations every time. Okay, well the bear is gone. It's real. It did not do that at all. I don't know what it did. The exploit. You don't know what it did. It could have done so much. Also, welcome Bongos on the Wall. I thought it was a meme. It's real, okay? We've seen it so many times. For you to think that the bear is fake, it's just ignorance, okay? You gotta accept you have scientific evidence to prove it. It's been up there. We've seen it like at least 50 times by now. So thank you, Ronmu. 8 months. Thank you. The guy's just chilling. He's just chilling on there. How do we know that's not a guy in a bear suit? I don't know. It's not up to me to decide. You guys have to decide for yourself. If you don't believe it, then there's nothing I can even say to convince you. But anyway, I don't know. What else? Anything else going on recently? I've just talked about everything I've been doing recently. Setting up that instance. It is publicly available, but I'm gonna delete it soon once I decide on like a real domain. And then I can test whether this setup is reproducible. Right, since I set everything up in infrastructure as code, I could just delete the whole thing. I could run the script. It'll provision everything for me. It'll set up the cluster, it'll set up, all the IP addresses, it'll set up the DNS entries in Cloudflare, it'll set up the deployments in Kubernetes, and then it'll just work. Unless I broke something. But it should just work. You just have to update configs. That's cool. It's so cool, guys. I was like, in the past, I've had my own Kubernetes cluster before. But like the way I set things up was like sort of arbitrary. Now I'm satisfied with this setup. It's great. It's very cool. Did I miss the bear? You sure did. You sure did. Did I use a Helm file generator? I did use Helm to install Postgres and Redis. But the nice thing about the thing I'm using is called Pulumi. P-U-L-U-M-I. And it's nice. It has Helm integration built in. I don't need to download the Helm charts. You just tell it where to download them from. You just tell them what the inputs are. And then it just does it. Also, welcome props on Jack. Which is much nicer than what I've been doing in the past, It's like, you have to manually type in Helm install this thing. You have to make sure you have a config file somewhere. But no, it's part of the rest of the setup. And it's cool. It's nice. I finally appreciate it now. Look at that trick. Look at that plane. It just did one of those cool tricks. Wow. But yeah. I don't know. What anything else? What's been going on in the world? Any news? You guys see the economy today? The stock markets are down. I don't know what happened. I don't really care. I checked the app for my stocks and they've gone down by 1.5% or something. And what the? There's gotta be something going on. I checked the news and it's something happened and I'm just I don't know what this is. I just gave up. Some things are happening. You have an interview for a security role? Good luck. Good luck with that. What is LK99? What is that? I don't know anything about security. How did you get the job interview? How did they saw it? What was on your resume? I don't even know what those are. Is that web access? Is that something firewall? Something access firewall? I don't know the other thing. Wolf coins. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, frick. Oh no, my... Wait, did one of my watches clip through the boat? I saw a splash. Man. Oh well. LK99 is the room temperature semiconductor. Oh yeah, no, yeah, Zoli talked about that a few days ago. Or a week ago, I don't know. It might have been on the last fishing stream even. I was I don't know what that means. So I guess it's a more strict firewall. The web application firewall. Reverse proxy. Like Nginx. just tell it to deny certain things. Does it deny things based on like headers or like values? What is the other? What is SIEM? What is that? I don't know. Watch fell is harder than 401k. It's fine. It's fine. We have plenty of years until you're old enough to even get that money out of your 401k. Splunk and Sumo Logic. What does this stand for? What does it mean? Security something. Security in every monitor. The M probably stands for like monitoring, right? I don't know. Oh yeah, I got a recruiter email today. It was, you guys know that, I feel like I've talked about this, but I didn't get a recruiter email from them. You guys know the company that does like Poppy Playtime? Apparently their backend is in Scala. And there's like a recruiter that emailed me. He was like, hey, I work for like this company. We're known for like our brand Poppy Playtime. Have you seen it? It's the top, one of the top games of all time. We have billions of views on TikTok, and I was like, what the? What the? I checked their website, and they're like, yeah, we got a back-end engineering position. Required 6 to 8 years of experience in Scala. We use Scala. We use functional programming Scala out there. You have to know FS2, CATS. You guys know there's a Scala library called CATS. It's a functional programming. It's CATS for category theory. I know CATS. I've used CATS. FS2, Circe. And then I was like, that sounds cool, but also I'm not interested. I mean, I didn't email them, I just didn't respond. What benefit is Scala over, say, C#? I feel it would be better to compare it to F#. Right? Isn't F# the functional .NET framework language? Also, yeah, I will hydrate. I will hydrate. Yeah, it's JVM. It's like Java, you know, instead of .NET or whatever. That's why I applied and they hired me on the spot. I'm not interested. Not interested. I don't even know what even is the deal with Poppy Playtime. Also, welcome Hamflo. Also, welcome Bipolar Carp 123. Welcome. Okay, I'm gonna hydrate now. Okay, you know what I just noticed? I realized the chat has been on this side the whole time. Because last week when I was doing the Vim tutorial, I had to move the chat over to the right. And now it's there. What the heck? See, I thought Poppy Playtime had some drama going on. I don't even know. I don't know anything about that game. They announced NFTs in the posters. Okay, then I definitely don't want to work there. I mean, I already didn't want to work there. But especially now. Let's see. Why does no one use not OO for game dev? No, some people use what's that system called? I forget what it's called. It's not MVC. What is it? Component something. Hold on, I gotta find it. What's the name of this? I gotta know what's it called. It's called ECS, Entity Component Systems. Yeah, because that's a better way to do it. It's better. It's easier to just attach behaviors to things. Denshi knows. Yeah, Denshi, you know, because Unity, right? Unity has ECS built in if you want to use it. But yeah, also welcome Modern. Yeah, they got NFTs. Yeah, Godot has inheritance. Denshi doesn't use ECS. I think most people don't. Most people don't understand it. It's also a bit complicated for simple stuff. So you need to brush up to feel superior compared to my coworkers for what? Oh, Vim? You just want to learn Vim to be superior to everyone? No, you learn it because it's good, because it's cool, because you can be efficient. Also, I guess you can show off. Denshi's the best coder. It's different domains, okay? Everyone's got different specializations. Also, welcome Lovekey. Because I think, like, you know, there's people that know embedded systems programming. There's people that know, like, DevOps stuff. There's people that know, like, machine learning stuff. It's not to say that, like, one is better than the other. It's just they're different specializations. You know, you wouldn't ask an embedded systems developer to, like, deploy a Kubernetes instance or whatever. I mean, you could, but they have different specializations. I was thinking whether I should commit to Vim at work as well. The version I have access to is like 0.4. I mean, Vim hasn't changed like that. Oh, you're using NeoVim? Okay. Can't you just install like a different, a more up-to-date version? See, I had the worst teacher explain Vim to me, and I think that made me think it's mid. Well, I think it's a skill issue. I think that you just don't understand. So usually my dev environment back in uni was using tmux, having 4 different windows, 1 taking the left half of the screen, 3 taking up the right half. I use tmux all the time. I mostly use a single window in tmux, except when I want to run a command and still have the history open for the other stuff. And then I'll do a split horizontally. I will execute the command, and then I will close the pane. Also, I'm being disconnected from chat. I'm being silent right now. See, why would you learn embedded systems when you get paid less for harder work? That's what I'm saying, right? It's like, why would you do like electrical engineering? That stuff is hard. When you could like work for like a tech startup and make like 3 times the money for something that's so easy. It's messed up. That's what this society is messed up. You know, people that majored in electrical engineering, like me, were just like, yeah, I don't want to do that because it's hard and it also doesn't pay as well. Yeah, why don't we just all work for... why don't we all just make like Bitcoin startups and harvest money from the world and just... It's a joke. It's a joke, guys. It's a joke. People that don't know, this is a joke. I do not endorse Bitcoin. Anyway, let's see. So plugins for syntax highlighting in NeoVim, they're fine. I don't care about syntax highlighting that much. There's Tree Sitter, that's a thing. I'm trying to build NeoVim from source. Downloads binaries or zips. Is NeoVim not like a standalone executable? Does it have like system dependencies? Let's see. Probs Not Jack says, I have one open with Vim being my main ML code. Another with Vim on a config file, one with commands, another one with NVIDIA SMR. You're using Vim in multiple panes. Electricity, Bingles. It is true, there is more job security because it's much harder to replace you. Yeah, with like a startup, it's like you can pretty easily just be replaced. Going the startup route scares me because who do I ask if something S's the bid? You just get laid off. And then you just find somewhere else to work. Bitcoin, yeah, Bitcoin, more like bad coin. Wealthy coin, I have infinite. Alternative is to use system stuff, which is an option. I just use, I don't know. You can just use regular Vim. You don't need, if you're just learning Vim, you don't need NeoVim. NeoVim, that's like the advanced stuff, and like your regular Vim setup, it carries over. You can use all your Vim stuff in NeoVim. It's not wealthiest channel points. It's true. You wanted to use LSPs. That is also true. Yeah, okay. I guess. Like when I programmed, I didn't use any sort of like LSP. I didn't use any sort of like autocomplete or like syntax, autocomplete stuff for like until like 2 or 3 years ago. Everyone at work, they were just like, oh yeah, we're gonna use Eclipse. We're gonna use what is that JetBrains editor called? Whatever the other one. IntelliJ, right? You think? I don't know. And then I'm just like, yeah, I'm just gonna use Vim. I didn't have any sort of autocomplete. I just remembered things. I just remembered like what the common classes were. I remembered like things in our code base, like the path to things. I'm like, I don't know why I did that, but that's just me. That's just what I did. Is Vim actually faster? Well, I guess in a literal sense, yes. It is literally faster. Chrome PC uses Conqueror of Completion. I used to use that, and then I don't know. It wasn't customizable enough. It's fine. This is good enough. I refuse to use Visual Studio. What about Visual Studio? There's like Visual Studio Code, VS Code. I heard is actually pretty good. But there's like the old Visual Studio for like C++. Yeah, it's like the old one. You're forced to use Visual Studio. What the? Rider. I find it quite simple. Why do I need to have 2 versions of VS installed to work across 2 code bases? What? Is that how it works? I'll probably just write Terraforms. Oh, Terraform. I never really understood how Terraform... Like, I understand how it works. I don't understand HCL, the syntax. It seems so limited. I'm using Pulumi now, and it's like, oh, everything makes sense. I could write real code. If I want to reuse this variable, I can just do it. The Terraform is like, you got to define an input, and then if you want to iterate over the inputs, you got to set like this variable. You got to set like count equals something, and then you got to like, say like, I don't know, how does that even work? How do they even loop things? I don't know. If you work on Core 4.8 and Core 6, I don't know what that is. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, Terraform. More like terrible. More like bad. Terraform, more like bad, am I right, guys? No, but it's fine. It's fine. Got them. .NET Core? Oh, probably. I don't know anything about the .NET stuff. Anyway, I had something else I was going to say about Terraform, but I forgot. Oh yeah, did I ever tell you guys about that one time at my previous... Well, one of my first jobs. It's back before DevOps was a thing. They were called system administrators, sysadmins. There's this one guy who set everything up using CloudFormation, which I guess is kind of like Terraform. You like define all the resources you want, and just deploys them. And he had like a typo in one of his CloudFormation things, and it ended up deleting the production database and also the backups. And that's pretty bad. You guys ever do that? And then they're like, emergency, I just deleted the database. It's like, oh, you have the backups, right? No, we deleted all the backups too. It's like, okay. And then I actually had out-of-band backups that I scheduled on my own, and I saved the company. But no one knows or cares. That's a story, right? We were on like, it's like on an emergency call. You know, I was like at home and it's like, hey guys, we got an emergency. And I said, I don't have my computer with me. I can't SSH into the nodes. I just had to tell him where the location of the latest backup was. He's like, oh yeah, well thank you for doing that. And yeah. That's cool. See, I'm easily overwhelmed when stuff is unnecessarily inconvenient and I can't read your message because it scrolled off the screen. But I will scroll up after I catch this fish. Guys, stop talking. I was trying to read his message. I can't read it. I can't see it. Okay. Okay, let's see. Oh, this cube YAML and Helm. Guys, stop. Helm templating. I mean, I feel like, you know, I think it's just a skill issue, okay? Just it's easy, okay? And you just look at it's just YAML. Just kidding. No, it takes a while to get used to. My previous workplace, the one I got laid off from, they refused to do Kubernetes. Instead of using Kubernetes, they were just writing their own stuff. And I was like, in my mind, I was like, if you guys were on Kubernetes, this would be so much easier. Instead, you're like writing your own ad hoc implementation. You're doing like, you don't even have real sidecar containers. You guys are like on image publish, you guys are like manually adding a step in CI to like add this thing into the image. And like, this doesn't scale. This is stupid. This is stupid. Anyway, yeah, tooling is bad. PagerDuty. Parsers and LSP, what? Talking about. Jenkins, reading, skill issue, Kubernetes. Kubernetes is easy. I think it's easy. Imagine they just use Screen. Yeah, imagine using a Screen instead of tmux. It's easy until you add Helm. Istio, I think Istio, I've evaluated Istio versus Linkerd. Linkerd got him. Got him, Linkerd. Yeah, I was evaluating Linkerd and Istio. Istio was really complicated. And then I was like, you know, let's use Linkerd. Linkerd was nice. And then I left the company, and then I didn't get to implement it. Also, welcome Admiral Kobayashi. Yeah, Kubernetes, you know, what if I did a stream where I just explain Kubernetes? What if I did a stream where I just explain Pulumi? How to provision resources on an Oracle Cloud free tier. It's like a webinar. It would literally be a webinar. I'd be like, okay guys, make sure you get your terminal set up. Make sure you you download the Oracle Cloud command line tool. Get your IAM policies out here. Okay, we're gonna initialize our repository. We're gonna create this resource. We're gonna create this this virtual cloud network. You're gonna add the CIDR blocks here. You have a private subnet over here. You have a public subnet. You have a service gateway for the traffic to the Oracle systems. And then, you know, you have the Kubernetes cluster. Here's your kube config. You want to export the kube config as an output, and you want to import it into your kube config microstat. You know, in Pulumi, I don't know. This is going this is going too far. It would be sick. Evaluating a Helm chart. Clashed with Istio. Look, I don't know. Can I do a stream where I explain what a security engineer does? I don't know what a security engineer does. Don't they do like pen testing? They're like, here's a pen, here's how well it writes. Here's like, you know, the ink quality is pretty good. And then they're like, yeah, this pen, I would recommend this pen. And then everyone's like, thank you. But I don't know. I don't know what security engineers do. Yeah. Pineapple pen. I said I was a software engineer who knows about security. It's true, I also know about security. Yeah, the hats, you got the red hat. So you got the red hats, you got the white hats, you got the black hats. You got the blue hats, you know. Hamflo knows he's got the blue hats. That's right, validators and block bad headers. Yeah, I mean, you know, that's... I'm aware of security. This thing is so secure. Yeah, okay, what's the best security policy you've written? You'd be like, yeah, there's one time when bad things were happening and then I secured it. And then... Wait, what the? Look at this fish. I didn't even reel in. This fish just gave up. It's another one of those situations where like a fish will just bite on the line and then it just gives up. Crazy. Yeah, right, I am and then never touch it again. I feel like that's how it is. That's how things go. I, in the past few days, have learned about IAM policies in Oracle Cloud, and created a service account to write to their S3 object storage compatible backend, and then I just gave them permissions, and then they can write, and it works, and I will never touch it again because it works. Best insecurity policy is to just go to your... It's pronounced Bluehai, right? I know. People will say Blahaj. I know it's pronounced Bluehai. The insecurity. Do you guys know that's the proper pronunciation? The proper Swedish pronunciation. The shark sure is popular. Yeah, I would recommend, you know, if you learn about infrastructure as code, if you, for whatever reason, want to run your own Kubernetes cluster in Oracle Cloud for their free tier, it's cool. Bluehai is what Hamflo says. No, he just says hello. Actually, I don't know. I haven't really seen the start of a Hamflo stream. Because he's usually streaming... His stream usually starts during my stream. Or like when it's over. So I don't know. He could be saying anything. How do I pronounce... I say Dunkelskog. I don't know if that's accurate. Do I just run a cluster with one node? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I could run more, but I don't need to. My Aikatsu Mastodon, I used to have it on like a multi-node cluster, but at the scale that I'm operating at, it doesn't really make sense. There's overhead. So I used to have it on like 2 or 3 smaller nodes. Instead, I just switched over to like one big node, and I think it works better. But also, if I'm, yeah, for my new setup, I do, I have one node specifically because I'm attaching a block volume to it, and the block volume... Okay, so the thing about Oracle Cloud is that they have unusual high requirements for block volume storage. So like if you're using DigitalOcean, you can mount block volume storages like from like 1 gigabyte as the smallest size. With Oracle, for whatever reason, their minimum size is 50 gigabytes. That's right, 50 gigabyte volume. And so you can't just like if you want to stay on their free tier, you're limited to 200 gigs total. And you know, I don't want to spin up like a 50 gig block volume for Redis, right? I don't want to spin up 50 gigabyte just for Postgres. Like, okay, so like my Mastodon instance that has been running for like 5 to 6 years, the size of the database is like 20 something gigabytes, right? 50 is like overkill. But anyway, I don't want to like, you know, so I have it running on a single node, and the thing with the block volumes is that they're mounted to one node. And so it's better if they're on the same node. Why degenerate? No. What's up with that question? What software do I use to set up the cluster? It's called Pulumi. 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 It's Terraform, except you can write actual code. So like you can write it in TypeScript, which is what I'm using. You could use Python if you want. You could use Go. Actually, I feel like TypeScript is the optimal setup for Pulumi. Yeah, Pulumi. Yeah, Mastodon. It's real. Oracle's bleeding money. 200 gigs total is crazy. Yeah, their free tier is so generous. I don't know, like, how do they have, like... How are they giving away this much, right? You think about, like, their compute instance. They give you, like, an ARM machine with, like 24 gigs of memory, 4 CPU cores. That's crazy. The one I provisioned was 2 cores with 12 gigs of memory, because I wanted, like, you know, in case I need to scale up. Let me just add another node. And I would still be in the free tier. How about A generate through C generate? So true. So true. What about E through Z generate? Easy. Easy. Hallelujah. I think TypeScript is the best for scripting. It has script in the name. It does have script. That's why you compile TypeScript. It's called transpiling. You transpile it to JavaScript. But yeah, it's nice. It's nice because, like, you can just use your language features, right? You could be like, I wanna simplify this config. You can just use regular JavaScript, TypeScript. And then it gives you all the type information. You can be like, okay, this thing expects a string, it expects an input, it expects this object or whatever. And it's great. It's great. Yeah, I would recommend it. Anyway, yeah. How was my time at my first job? That's a very vague question that could be answered a billion ways. Oh, come on, this gravity. This can go here. Yo, why is the shoe rotating? How was the onboarding experience? Well, okay, so my first job where I had to program, I've told this story. It was when I was it was when I was between junior and senior year of college. And you know, everyone had like a summer job lined up. I was procrastinating. I was like, I don't know, maybe I'll sign up for one later. And then suddenly it's summer and I'm like, I don't have anything. And then like one of my professors had like this startup he was gonna do. And I had that professor as like, I took one of his classes before. And then I was just like, hey, there's this startup you're doing. Because they had like posters around. And they were like mostly hiring people from our school. And so I was like, hey, I'm interested. And he was just like, yeah, sure. I've had you as a student. I trust your coding ability. And then I just joined. It was just like a consulting thing. You would just write code for other companies. And they were still onboarding. Because I already knew him, and I don't know. That's it. That's basically it. It was nice. It was cool. It's like I worked part-time originally. So like it was like during school, I'd work maybe like 8 hours a week or something. Like after class is over, I would just like go over to the office and then write some code and then just leave. What about non-programming jobs? I think I had like a summer job once. That was when I worked at a computer center. It was in a park. We had a park. We had a computer center. That's where I learned Flash. It wasn't really so much a job as it was like they would just teach you stuff and you would get paid for it. So like we would go to this park. There was a computer center. They had like computer set up. You know, like people can just walk in. They can be like, hey, I would like to use the computer. And then you say, okay. And then they use the computer. But we had a bunch of students there, some college students as well. I was in high school at the time. And then like we didn't really have to interact with the customers that much. I don't know if they're called customers. If they're using the computers for free, are they customers? I don't know. But we didn't really have to interact with the other people that much. But the instructor, she would just teach us stuff. She's like, oh yeah, here's how you use Photoshop. Here's how you use Flash. Here's how you make a website. One of the things we did there, we like film promotional materials for the park. Like make a website, you know? And it's cool. It was nice. Our library goes, customers isn't a library. I actually don't know. Patrons? Are they patrons? Visitors? I guess we would call them visitors. Customers is management speak for recipient to make your job feel meaningful. What? Customers. Community members. I guess they would be visitors, right? They're visitor center. It's like they're visiting the computer center. What the frick? What oh, shoot. Somehow my hand, like... Holy frick. The boat just started moving. I think I accidentally pressed in on this. I thought I was like falling. Oh my god. It's like the boat was moving backwards. Everything was moving backwards. Scary. Triggered my motion sickness. Here, this goes up here. This goes over here. Put this back here. If they have a card or something, they're probably customers. No, they don't have a card. It was just like anyone could just walk in. I guess for a library, yeah. But this was just like... It was just a computer center. Anyone could walk in. There's like a story about like this one guy. You know, like when people don't have their headphones on and they think they do. There's like this one guy who went into the computer center. It's like watching a YouTube video. It's like really loud, and then everyone would just stare at him, and then he would look around like, "Oh, what? Oh, I don't have it plugged in. Oh, shoot, whoops." That's it. That's the whole story. Just a YouTube video. It's back when YouTube was new. This is the old YouTube. It was the original YouTube. You just watch cool videos. And do I have to return this book? Yeah, when even? Man. It's a bit disorienting now. The boat moved like literally like 3 feet backwards. And I feel like I'm in a totally different place now. Like the camera angle is totally different, right? Look at this. What the heck? I'm not used to this at all. And extend the deadline. Go to an actual library. I remember like in college. In college, there were like some assignments where you would actually need to like, if you were doing research, you need to like actually like go to the library. They would have like actual books, and you would read the books, and then you'd be like, you would write stuff about the books. That's crazy. It's crazy. Imagine going to a physical location to get a physical object, and then you have to return it. Man. Anyway. What else? Anything? Got another fish out here. Anything else going on? In the news? We could read the news. Last week or like 2 weeks ago, I started reading the news on stream. Can you imagine a world where XML won over HTML? You mean over JSON? Because XML or HTML is kind of like XML. It's just a less strict version of it. There's XHTML, which is a strict version of HTML. Over... Oh, you mean... Oh, yeah. If strict XHTML... I guess it doesn't matter that much. It's not, like, too big a deal. It would just be, like, a bit more verbose. I don't know. It's not a big deal. Also, it's been much cooler recently. You know, the past, like, a week ago, or around this time, it was, like, really hot. And I would have to, like, you know, have my air conditioner on. It's been very cool. I've even been, like, wearing long pants. I mean, the past week, don't even need shorts. You can wear the long pants. Because it's cool. It's cool outside. This might have been the most technical fishing. Oh, what about last week when I did a literal Vim tutorial? Okay, let's read the news, guys. What's going on in the world? News. Just search the word news. Yeah, I removed the air conditioning tag when I turned off my air conditioner. Same thing was an intro. Allow Google to access your location. Block is gonna determine my zip code anyway. Okay, what's going on in the news? Google News. Let's go. What's happening? What's going on? Deployment, Kubernetes, true. Okay, we got the news. You got something about Donald Trump. Something about Mike Pence. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau separating from his wife Sophie. I don't care. Got bunch of things. A world, business, stocks drop, guys. There's stocks. PayPal's underwhelming margin eclipses gains from upbeat consumer spending. The S&P 500 is down 1.38%. NASDAQ is down 2.17%. Can we see your portfolio? You just go on, it's just on a Wealthfront. Whatever they do. Whatever they put stuff in. Welcome, Happy Toaster. Yeah, Mike Pence. Pence grab. Technology. The Galaxy Z Flip 5. Microsoft Windows 11. Lizzo sued by 3 former dancers. Angus Cloud honored by Euphoria co-stars, more celebs. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Sports. We got sports. None of this is interesting to me. Like, where's the fun news, right? You know how, like, when you watch the news, sometimes they're just like, you know, oh yeah, here's what's going on in politics. And then they're like, here's some fun news. We had a dog today. This dog, check out this dog. This dog does tricks. I need that. Like, where do I find that? Where's, like, the fun news? Guys. So let's just look up fun news. fun news. Funny news? No, fun news. AP News oddities. Oddities. Let's run for it. What is that? Oddities. Willie the Texas rodeo goat on the lamb for weeks has been found safe. What's the goat doing on the lamb? The heaviest animal ever may be this ancient whale found in the Peruvian desert. What, a whale in a desert? What the? Tell me this whale is in a desert. Of course it's dead. Dog news, gaming news. In summer heat, a bear spotted in Southern California backyard jacuzzi. You guys see that? Is Dog News a real website? I don't know if I want to click that. You know, Denchi, I can probably trust Denchi, right? He wouldn't put a spam thing in chat. Dog News, it's real? I need someone else to confirm. Someone that is not Denchi. Dognews.com. Is this a legitimate website? The site looks like poo. I'm gonna look at... Okay, Dog News. Dog News. Ohio officer who sicked police dog on black man defends himself on body cam video. What the? That's not the Dog News I want. Did a man turn himself into a collie? What does that mean? How did the Japanese man become a dog? People also ask this. People also ask, how did the Japanese man become a dog? What does that mean? Oh yeah, Dog News is real. Dog News is real. Is that a story? Is that a thing that actually happened? I don't actually know. Remember Web 1.0? This sure is Dog News. What is a junior coordinator? The demise of Big Ken. Look at this freaking dog. What kind of dog is this? Zoom out. He bought a realistic fursuit. A Japanese man became a dog? It's crazy. Why is there so much white space in the middle? Because that's how my computer works. That's just what this website is like. I saw news discussing how the disappearance of the Amazon credit card will affect their credit rating. By one credit rating agency. Lost my mind. Wait, they're getting rid of the Amazon credit card? I have one of those. I have that. I use that when I go to Japan because it has no international fees. which is different from my Citibank credit card. No React, no Angular. You don't need React or Angular for something like this. This isn't this. There's no dates on this. You don't know like when this occurred. Oh, look at this dog. That dog. Spoken like a guy who hates React and Angular. Well, you don't need. This is just static content. You don't need React or Angular for this. Right? What if they're doing server-side rendering? Not a bear. SSR. Server-side rendering. It's good for your score if you have a long-running contract. If one were to disappear, that would be bad. I don't really know how credit works. I just buy things and I pay for it. I don't know what credit score is. I don't even know. There's a goat though. Why not store all your files in a static bucket? Well, that doesn't prevent you from doing server-side rendering. You could server-side render some static content. Credit score is a combination, yeah. You got credit cards, you got loans, other stuff. Enormous Lebanon bologna sandwich unveiled. Pennsylvania Community Fair. That's a huge sandwich. How did they get bread this big? Oh, it's just a bunch of different. I thought it was like one giant bread as well. No, it's just okay. I don't know if this counts. You guys think this counts? They said this is the largest bologna sandwich. I think this is just. It's like multiple things of bread, though. Does that count? I don't think that's valid. Right? If I would imagine the bread has to be like in one piece. This is cheating. You can't. That's not even real. Come on, guys. This should not count. This is fake. This is unbelievable. They would do this. Exactly, right? You should have one big loaf. Giant loaf. Server-side render this, ChocoJ Dog. Oh yeah, the cool thing, if you have your own MissKey instance, or like whatever instance, you could have your own emotes. If I had my Wolfie MissKey instance, I could upload all of my emotes. I could use them as reactions. And that would be cool. If you have 3 or more credit cards, you are statistically sus. Is that true? I don't know if that's true. One factor is the longest active account. If you just keep an old credit card alive. I see. A sandwich of fixing paper. Credit card is running out from the bank site. What? Zoli, what's happening? What are you saying? This credit card is running out from the bank's side. You see your Amazon card running out. Tank your score. Do I cycle credit cards? I don't. I do not. I've been using the same card for a long time. There have been times when I've signed up for like an American Airlines card just to get some free bonus miles for a year, and then just cancel it after a year, but it's been a while. Amazon card. I don't understand credits. Credit scores. You guys know your credit score? I don't. That's my credit card number. Open your wallet and then find your credit card. Read that number to me. That's my credit card. Type it in chat. That's my credit card. There's just 3. How do you get such a low number? How do you have such a low credit card number? You don't want to take credit at all? You're averse to debt? I mean, you could just get a credit card and just buy stuff and pay it off immediately. That's what I do. That's what I do. You don't have to like buy stuff and not pay for it. I don't use my credit card if I don't have the money, and I will always have the money because I have money. You just pay it off immediately. Yeah, credit cards are not as important outside the US. Like Japan, right? Japan, they still use cash. Americans love buying stuff on credit. It is true. Man, the US is messed up. The United States is fricked up. The credits, you got credit card usage. Where did we go wrong as a society? Credit cards are nice for the payment protection. That's also true. If someone steals your debit card, right? I guess there are protections, but it's like it's not as easy to stop as like credit card theft. Credit scores are cool because some places will require them. Is that what makes it cool though? Yeah, chargebacks. Yeah, because it's fake money. It's fake money until it's paid off. Denchi only has a credit card because some online shops still don't allow PayPal. Use it once a year. Yeah, but think of the PayPal fees. PayPal has fees now. Do you guys see the thing where like PayPal is making it so that if you convert currency between like different currencies, they'll charge a fee? So like if someone pays you in like yen or something and you want to convert it to like USD, they'll charge you like what, like 4%? I don't even know, some absurd number. They always did though. I think there was a more recent thing that was like, actually I don't know. I just know it's bad now. It's worse than what it was. Maybe they increased the fee. Maybe the fees have increased so much. But whenever I get paid by Japanese corporation, I choose to do it via bank transfer. Just give them my banking information and they just wire the money into my bank. They have the option of like, we can send it via PayPal, or we can wire it to your bank account. And I'm like, yeah, put that in my bank account. PayPal, no, it's got fees. With Swift, I don't know what it's called. I don't know what they use. That has fees, yeah, but it's not as much. It's not as much as PayPal's fees. It's better. Can't do 4x. What about 1 through 3x? Twitter, X. PayPal is pretty bad for shops. Yeah, it's like there's always a fee. Got notifications for the results of a poll. That does happen. Why not email you cash? I mean physical email? I don't know what that means. What do you mean by physical email? Is that allowed? Are you allowed to send cash in the mail? It could easily be stolen, right? Someone could very easily intercept it. Yeah, you are not. It's not allowed. You can't send cash in the mail. Come on. Isn't that why money order exists? Yeah. I don't know. Money order. It's already ordered. Guys, we already know the order of money. You got cent, you got the nickel, Got the dime, got the quarter, got the dollar, got the $2 bill. Money's already ordered. That is the proper order, sorted and everything. That's why you don't mark the envelope. Also welcome Lawatu. Faxing could be thought of as physical email. That is true. You do get a physical thing. Your relatives have done it for birthday money. Illegal? Is that illegal? Slime Molder is accusing his family of illegally sending money in the mail. Such a bold bit. Money order? Money order, I sure hope it is. I find it quite simple. Especially for those who have family in different countries, it's the best way to do so. Oh yeah, I know like some when people like immigrate to different countries, they will send back money. Do they send back money via mail? Do they use money transfer? I don't know. You poison the inside of the envelope, the intended recipient having an antidote. Oh, I see. It's like symmetric key encryption. Also, welcome Tag Girl. It's not illegal? No, what if you're just sending cash in an envelope? The entire topic we're saying is that people who immigrate or have family in different countries use money order transfer services. I see. I thought you meant like you just send cash in the mail. You just put cash in an envelope, send it. How do those work? I'm assuming that they just have banks in places. And then they just say you are allowed to withdraw this much from this bank in this place. USPS scans that. If they detect it, they come asking. Exactly. Exactly. What if you send like quarters? What if you just send like a bucket of pennies? Is that allowed? That's not allowed, right? Is that allowed? What if you just put like a bunch of pennies in a box? You just mail it somewhere. That's why some scammers ask to use money order services to send cash. Oh yeah, because like, yeah, I've seen those scam bait videos. A bucket of what? Pennies? Money laundering? There are remittance services that are big in some places. What is remittance? Remittance, isn't that what you wear in the winter when it's cold? International bank transfers. Oh, I see. Western Union. That's cool. Yeah, +2. Remittance. Why did they have to mittens again? Why couldn't they just mittens once? Had to do it a second time. Here, this goes here. There's a lot of things going on in the world. Sorry, I forgot. I was reading the news. And then I just stopped. How do we get on this topic? It's based off remit ants. Why would they remit ants? Let's see. The Big Peanut once again rained at the roadside in Georgia after hurricane felled earlier Goober. What? Goober from Whole Live EN, the shark VTuber? What's the news with this? Georgia peanuts? It is money given in exchange for services rendered. Credit card. Yeah, but look. George's Big Peanut is back. Oh, I see. There was a Hurricane Michael. 5 years ago, Hurricane Michael destroyed a giant peanut. And now it's back. It's a symbol of pride in the heart of South Georgia's peanut belt. What the? As well as an enticement for tourists to pull off the highway. A small town of Ashburn. Wait, Ashburn? Yo, Ashburn, that's where all the data centers are. You guys know Ashburn? Oracle Cloud has a data center in Ashburn. That's where I'm deploying my stuff to. This is their equivalent of US East 1. And then Fastly also has CDN servers in Ashburn. It's one of their most common East Coast data centers. What's the deal with that? Ashburn's out here. Ashburn? Isn't that what happened in the Pokemon movie? So I took 5 years. They stuffed the peanut full of servers. Ashburn. Cloudflare uses Rust. They sure do. They sure do, and they are very specific in what they require. They're like, you gotta have 5 years of experience working on like low-level like TCP, Linux kernel stuff. Yeah, and I'm like, I don't have that. I don't have that. Let's see, I wonder if they have your Mastodon. Oh, my Mastodon instance is hosted in DigitalOcean's East Coast servers. I don't know where that is. I don't think it's in Ashburn. Cloudflare's cool. It's so free. I've been using their free tier like forever. You know, like when Granblue Ratefinder was popular, I'm sure that it used a lot of bandwidth. I got like some emails from them. They were like, you know, we're interested in knowing how you're using Cloudflare. I just ignored it. But I feel like they send those emails to people when they're like, this guy's probably like using like some corporate stuff, you know, this is probably like a legit company. I'm just like, no, it's just a Granblue Ratefinder. Anyway, I'm gonna hydrate. Alright. What day was the Vim stream? It was last week. This is last week's stream. Yeah, it's just a mobile game tool. It's a legit corporation, you know, we have legit business. We provide value to many players of the hit game Granblue Fantasy. No one has ever asked me about that on my job interviews. It's on my resume. I have Granblue Ratefinder on my resume. No one ever asked about it. No one cares. There's a wall for YouTube. There sure is. There sure is. This is where I post all the VODs. Every VOD. Need to apply to a Weebier company. I was to say countries. Companies. They would know you're the illustrious streamer, Wolfie. they don't care. They don't even know the impact. If only they knew. This kind of stuff is like hard to explain, right? It's like you have a personal project, but it's like it's big enough that it was like used by pretty much everyone who played the game, but like it's not something I did professionally, so they're just like, I don't know, whatever, it's some personal project, who cares? But for me, I'm like, man, this thing had like actual, like a real world impact, probably bigger than the impact that some of the real stuff I've done at companies. But like, they don't care. They just don't care. That'd be the first thing I ask about. Exactly. I've even like at the previous place that I interviewed. Oh shoot. They were like the recruiter was like, one of the interviews is going to be, they're going to ask you about a project you worked on, like at work. They're going to have you like do a diagram about it. And I was like, yo, can I, like, what if it's a personal project? Can I talk about a personal project? It has like a lot of downloads on Docker. And he's like, no, just no. No, keep it to something you've done professionally. I was like, oh man. Alright, fine. Should apply to the Weebery company, Dentisoft. No, they've only got one employee. Did see some Granblue things on Twitter that could have been it. What do you mean? Do I have numbers on Granblue Wayfinder usage? Well, I ran one instance, but like a lot of people had their own, because like I made it really easy to deploy. I had like a one-click Heroku button. So like the instance that I had, at any point in time when I checked the stats, there were somewhere between 5,000 and like, 8,000 people concurrently connected at once. This is concurrent WebSocket connections. And I'm sure if you count all of the usages of all the RAID finders that were based on my code, probably would be a lot. But yeah, I was using Heroku's free tier, and I'm surprised that they could handle that traffic for free. That's where we got the email from Cloudflare. So yeah, there's a lot of people using this service. Would you be interested in Cloudflare's paid features? And I thought, no, not at all. I have no need for this. Now here the HR at Dentisoft is a literal cat. What do you mean? It's a rabbit. See, my university club Discord has an activity monitor since our bylaws count anyone who talked within 3 weeks as a club member. An activity monitor? What is an activity monitor? Oh, it's just, okay, just to see who's been on... Oh, I see, okay, I see, on the Discord, okay. Just to see which people have been on the Discord. Heroku got rid of their free tier, the bot is broken and causing trouble. Not my problem. Yeah, skill issue, they should have just programmed. Hey, they could use Oracle's free tier. They're very generous free tier. What do people use nowadays, though? Now that Heroku doesn't have a free tier anymore, do people use Fly.io now? What's the new hot thing for developers who don't want to pay money? I'm surprised Heroku's free tier lasted that long, to be honest. Cause like, it must have been really expensive. It's really easy to set up. Not gonna host something on a local server. Yeah, I used to run stuff on a local server, and I'm never going back to that. Because like sometimes my internet would go out, and then the service would be down, or like to like restart the thing. It's like go upstairs, turn off the power, you know, unplug it, replug it. Would not recommend. Just have everything on the cloud. Then it's someone else's problem. Someone else is dealing with this. Activity monitor doesn't sound too difficult unless the Discord is really big. Yeah. True. Yeah. Love when I don't have to care about things. And someone else has to fix the problem. But yeah, that's the cool part about Kubernetes though. It's like if the node is having issues, you can just recycle it, you know? It's disposable. All of your important stuff is on block storage anyway. And I think that's cool. That's neat. It's neat. Some people out there, they're running things on their own server. Not me. Why are these fish so small? Is this like the smallest one of these fish I've ever seen? It's so tiny. How is it so small? $4.48. It's down with a bigger fish. I mean, like, this fish is pretty big though. It's a normal sized fish. This fish is pretty big. There's always bigger fish. No, I think there's an upper limit. There is indeed an upper limit here in this game. Oh shoot. The fish can clip into things. You can clip this fish through here and then release it. 535. The bigger fish. I wonder what's the biggest fish. Like, cause you know, like whales aren't fish, right? What is the biggest fish? A whale shark. Okay, you know, like a whale is not a fish, but a whale shark is a shark, and a shark is a fish. Okay, I guess that makes sense. All right, any other fun news out here? Say goodbye to Body Painting Day, New York City's annual celebration of nudity and artistry. What? Beetlejuice 2 filming. Authorities call off Berlin lioness alarm, saying they found no evidence of a predator. The sea otter harassing surfers off the California coast eludes capture as her fan club grows. That happened. What happened? The lead Cycthus is an extinct genus of the Pachycormid. Patchy? That's the Toho. See, that happened. They saw a lion in Berlin. Berlin police was on the lookout. Yeah, I know. I know, because I've read the title of this article. Animal experts and police officers stand in a wooded area in Berlin's Zellendorf. Is that how you pronounce it? Zellendorf district in Germany? They're searching with helicopters, drones, and infrared cameras. You guys think it's messed up that infrared is spelled like this? It looks like when you just look at it, it looks like it says infrared, right? Infrared. You think it's like infra-red? No, it's like one word. infrared cameras. They determined it was a boar. They thought a lion was a boar. They found a family of wild boars. Let's see. Boars. They get it. I guess it wasn't. I guess it was a boring. You know, whatever. The sea otter. Well, let's read about the sea otter. The sea otter has been apparently harassing surfers. What's going on? Jumping. The sea otter has been jumping on surfboards. That's kind of cool. Yo, look at this. You can't really see this. This otter has been stealing someone's surfboard. That's cool. That's cool. They interviewed Hank Scott, who is a surfer. I don't know what he's saying. He's trying. This guy's trying to fight an otter for his surfboard. Imagine. That's cool. This water looks so dirty. This guy's out here just swimming in this water. But you guys swim in a place like this? Welcome, Nanodan. Collab, what? Collab. Oh, otter? Spurbus? He's not otter, right? That's a boar. Sea otter dataset. Realize. Lake water. Yeah, it's kind of gross, right? This water's kind of gross. I would not swim in it. Like, I don't know how to swim, but if I was given the option to swim there, I would not. Hey, wait a second. What's this? Oh, another company finally replied to my my application from like a few weeks ago, and they're like, we would like to move forward with interviews. But like, I'm like nearing the end of my interviews with this other company, so it's like, I don't know. I guess I might as well. Let's see, I'm slowly progressing through this XML post. Remember, some company XML parser. Don't they have like JSON parsers like in some CPUs now? Do it for negotiation. Yeah, but like I know they pay less money. The thing is, I know this company that I applied to pays less money than the company that I'm going to interview with next week. So it feels kind of pointless. But you know, then again, I might not get the job offer from this company. So I guess, you know, sure. Is the job more interesting? I don't know. I'm not sure. It's hard to say. Like, the job that I was the most interested in is the one that was like, they do video streaming stuff. That was the company that was like, you know, they had more qualified candidates for this position, but you know, if you want to, we could find you a position at another team on this company, but it would be hybrid. And I was like, you know what? No, I don't want to be hybrid. Imagine being hybrid. Which one was that? I don't know if I want to reveal the name of the company, because they did give me 10 months to decide. They were like, yeah, your interview feedback is valid for 10 months. So if you change your mind, let us know. It is a lot of months, right? It's very generous of them. They really want it. No, I think they do that for every candidate. Like, they have candidates that are like if you interview for a specific team, and then like if they think you're not a great fit for the team, but you know, a good fit for the company, usually the next step is to just talk to another team at the company. But for me, all the other teams were like hybrid, and I was like, oh, I don't know. I don't know about this. But I feel like that's good for negotiations, right? Like, if I get a job offer from somewhere, I could be like, well, you know, this other company interviews went well, and I have 10 months to decide. But they didn't give like it wasn't an actual offer yet. Like, they didn't name like a salary or anything. So I feel like it's kind of hard to use that as negotiation, right? Like, I could be like, well, they have like, you know, they tend to give this much, so I can expect around this much. But like, it's not an actual offer. So I don't know. About low-brid, hybrid, mid-brid. Yeah, more like bi-brid. Hybrid is just you come into the office a few times a week for a month. No, people are actually doing it. They actually have you go into the office. And I don't want to do that. Well, I guess like the plus side of like this other company that just emailed me is that they're fully remote. The one that I'm interviewing with on this upcoming Monday and Tuesday, they are technically remote. They have an office in New York, but like I think most people don't go there. Most people, even if you live in New York, most people don't even attend. But if you want to, like the person I talked to on the interview last week, he said like he lives in New Jersey and he goes to the office like once a month. And I'm like, you know, I'd be fine with going once a month. If I had to go like once a week, I feel like it's a bit much. Once a month, like I'm fine with that. Might actually even be good because then I would have stuff to talk about. Right? I'd be streaming. I'd be like, oh, you guys will never guess this thing happened. I went outside. This is my one day of the month when I go outside, and here's went to work, and then this thing happened, and then on the train I saw this guy. But look, I don't want to go to work. I don't want to go to an office every day, you know, 2 times a week. That's too much. Once a month is good. Yeah, I guess I'll respond, you know. Negotiation, always good to have to back up. Yeah, content. They could be like, you know, I know other companies pay more, but like you can give anecdotes, right? We'll have interesting stories to tell on your stream. It's like being paid an exposure. That's cool. But yeah. The thing is, like, I think the economy is not as good now. And so I think a lot of jobs are paying less than they would have a year ago. Like the company that I was just talking about, the one that was like, you know, we have 10 months. When like when they ask you like, oh yeah, what are your salary expectations are for this job? I was like, oh yeah, like according to the numbers I've seen on websites such as Levels.fyi and Glassdoor, I feel like those are good numbers for me. And he was like, that's good, but just so you know, the economy is different now than it was a year ago, and so it might be slightly lower than it. And I feel like from what I've seen online of many jobs, it does seem that things are a bit lower. The same number I could try last year gets an immediate rejection. Yeah, like what's going on with the economy? I've been looking for like jobs and it's all like, you know, none of these even match what I was making at my old job. You'll never guess. Yeah, this month I went to the office and this thing happened. It's crazy. Let's see, part of my pay was learning new skills. You're being paid in knowledge. You get to learn on the job. Interest rates are up. You have less people willing to dump money. It's true. That is true, fortunately. It is true. Oh well. I don't know. That's how things are. That's how society is. You got, you know, interest rates, you got taxes, you got other stuff. Startups. You have to make a return on your investment. What the? It's wild that like Uber is losing so much money. Pretty much like every startup is losing a ton of money. Right, you think like, oh yeah, Uber, they got Uber Eats, they're charging so much for delivery fees, they're charging so much, and they're still losing money. They're still losing money. Think you should invest in McDonald's? I probably have. The robo-investor has probably put money into McDonald's stock. I don't know what it's doing. It diversifies for me. I don't even know what it's putting money in. Definitely Apple though. It definitely buys some Apple stock. The robo-investor, it's like, yeah, Apple, Google, whatever. It puts money into mutual funds, government bonds. Wait, not mutual fund. I don't even know what a mutual fund is. Government bonds. International and developing international stocks. Bunch of different things. Still up. The robot isn't a good fit for everyone since they don't know your industry. No, it invests in everything. It invests in pretty much everything. You could tell it, like, if you don't want it to invest in certain things, you could tell it, and then it'll just do it. So far, it's been working out for me. I've made several money. The value of the stock has gone up. And I think that's cool. But yeah, I got the economy. Yo, what if they added otters to this game? What if they added a surfing otter? Do otters live in lakes? Or are they mostly like an ocean? No, they gotta, right? They gotta be on lakes, right? It'd be crazy. That's crazy. There are sea and river otters. Which one is more common? Sea otters, yeah, I see it. Sea otters, I see one right here. It's literally. This is a sea otter. Okay, what else is going on? We got a feline virus mutation in Cyprus caused far fewer cat deaths than claimed. Okay. Mammals may have hunted down dinosaurs or didn't. Alright. Fuzzy invasion of domestic rabbits has a Florida suburb hopping into a hunt for new owners. Fuzzy invasion of domestic rabbits. That's cool. Depends on if you live next to the sea or a river. No, I mean like total. Across the entire world. You think there are more sea otters or more river otters? What about ocean otters? Do otters, do they go into the ocean? Maybe not the deep ocean, but like, you know, the shore. Well, actually, I guess that video that I watched had them, they were harassing surfers, right? And so surfing is usually done on the ocean. Because that's where the waves are the biggest. swear the big wave. A large wave. How is that wave so large? It's too big. That wave is too big. Just like this fish. This fish is definitely just a large fish. Definitely the largest fish you have ever seen in your life. What did I tell you guys? Look at this one. It's a huge... It's the largest fish ever known. Oop. Here it is. More otters are more likely to see more otters. Deep sea, are there deep sea otters? I think the difference between the sea and the oceans are just the size of the body of water. What are my thoughts on the Dead Sea being a lake? I don't know. The Dead Sea, what? How can the Dead Sea? They are dead. It doesn't make sense. You're telling me the Dead Sea. I don't think so. Wouldn't it be scary though if the dead could see? Like you bury them and then they're just like they're just seeing inside their coffin for forever. It's dead because it was isolated from its parent. What? Isn't the Dead Sea? That's the one with like a lot of salt, right? How did they get all the salt now? Like what happened? Was it like the ocean and then like it's part of the ocean and then like land started forming? What's the deal? That's dark. It is. It literally is. If you close a coffin, it is pretty dark in there. All salt is land. All land is salt. Is that true? Where does salt come from? Is salt from rocks? Sea salt though. What about sea salt? It's from the sea. Don't goats lick goats? They lick rocks for mineral? Don't they crave that mineral? Mine salt. It's true. All animals do, they just lick things for salt. The idea is there are inland areas that previously used to oceans. So the salt is inside the earth. That makes sense. Yeah, sea salt. Sea salt. What about A through B salt? What about D through Z salt? They lick the salt or they eat the salt lickers. These salts. Got them. Can't believe they were gotten. Can you believe they have been gotten? X. So isn't that this Twitter? It's formerly known as Twitter. That's cool though. What else is going on? Barbenheimer? Giant panda has given birth at a Korean theme park. Well, we were talking about libraries earlier. An extremely overdue book has been returned to a Massachusetts library 119 years later. What is the fee on that book? 119 years of late fees. I gotta know. I'm scrolling. 2,005 cents per day. It would have had a fee of $2,100. The good news is that the library's late fee limit maxes out at $2. Wait a second. If the late fee, if it maxes out at $2, wouldn't it just be better to just because that's cheaper than owning the book. You could just borrow the book and just never return it, and it would be cheaper. How much is that per day? Well, it's 5 cents per day. It would have been over $2,000. But if you think about it, 119 years for $2,000, that's not a bad deal. Did the same person borrow and return it? I doubt it. If you intend to keep it, it's theft. No, you can just say you forgot. It's oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I was gonna return it. I was gonna give it back. I was totally gonna give it back. I do have a book that I borrowed from my elementary school library. And once I graduated elementary school, I forgot to return it. I remember very specifically. It was the 13th edition, the 13th Encyclopedia Brown book. And I never returned it. I don't know where it is. Donate? I don't even know where it is. Why do I remember? I remember it so well. Let me read up the plot summary for the 13th edition. I'm pretty sure that was one where Encyclopedia Brown was someone was lying about something and they were oh yeah, oh no, this thing's happening, and they were crying. And then Encyclopedia Brown was actually, if you were crying for real, your tears would come out from your tear ducts. When the tears from your eyes came out from the side, the right side. And they're oh shoot, he got me. He knew I wasn't telling the truth. Also, welcome Dopamine. Let's read Encyclopedia Brown 13. Was that Encyclopedia Brown 13? I gotta know. We gotta have a summary of this book. The Case of the Midnight Visitor. Encyclopedia Brown 13 summary. Spoilers, by the way. In case you were interested in knowing the plot of this children's book from a long time ago. Goodreads.com. I need a summary. Please tell me what happened in this episode. Book details. Is there a review? Are people reviewing this? How do I check? No one has reviewed. Community reviews. 5 stars. 4 stars. From Matt. Neo reviewed this. Oh, that's cute. It's a guy and his kid. They have their own account. That's cool. Matt is here. He's Neo and I can't stop reading these sets of books. And then they both left reviews. Look at this skill difference though. Matt has over 3,000 reviews, 12.8k followers. His child Neo, 52 reviews, 9 followers. Come on, guys. Dad, come on. Can you send send some of your followers over to Neo? Come on. 9 followers? It's messed up. The reviewers out here. Actually, I remember when I was in high school, our English teacher made us sign up for a Goodreads account. She made us add her as a friend on Goodreads. I don't know. Yeah, that's a right to review. Anyway, I can't find the summary. Wait, does Wikipedia have a summary? Episode 13. Books 13. Encyclopedia Brown and the Case of the Midnight Visitor summary. Paste summary. Summarize this. Tumblr? People are posting about this on Tumblr. Summary. You know what? Whatever. I'm like the only one who cares about this. Enough of this. Farming for Goodreads. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like the teacher, like all of her friends were like, "Oh man, you gotta get on Goodreads. I have like 1,000 followers." The teacher must have been like, "Oh yeah, I'll have my my students sign up. We'll see who has more followers now." And then that's what happened. Anyway, I guess that'll be it for today's stream. Find out what day today is, I'll send a raid. What day even is it? Yo, is National Ice Cream Sandwich Day? That's cool. Yo, National CAD Day. Computer Aided Design. Coloring Book Day. Jacqueline Day. Los Angeles. James Baldwin. A bunch of people. Let's do National Ice Cream Sandwich Day. CAD Day. Yeah, we can find someone streaming AutoCAD. Is AutoCAD a category on Twitch? National Ice Cream Sandwich Day raid. Went to a panel about 3D printing for cosplay. It's a nice CAD tool. That's cool. No, you know, I don't raid people I don't know. Okay, who's streaming? Bunch of people out here streaming. You know, we got Choco Jacks playing Spelunky 2. It's a collab. Let's see, what the frick? Ooh, I was playing Mahjong, so. What, is this the first time he streamed games? What's he doing? He's playing Mahjong? He never streams games. It's fricked up. Well, I already raided him 2 weeks ago, so we're gonna raid someone else. Let's raid who's out here. Who are these people? These people out here. We got a bunch of people, you know, you can see who I'm choosing not to raid. So, you know, we haven't raided Cozy Nero in 421 days. This is intended for mature audiences. What's he doing? He's playing Monster Hunter. Sure, let's just go over here. He technically played games when he did the controller making stream. I guess that is true. He has streamed Mahjong, not on his channel. It doesn't count though. Well, yeah, thanks for watching. I will not be streaming tomorrow. I'll be going outside, so you guys will have to find some other streamer to watch tomorrow. I gotta do something else, but you know, I'll be going outside, and then on Friday I can talk about it. I could be like, yo guys, you won't believe what happened. When I went outside, it was this thing, I was on the train and I saw like a rat. there's a guy there and he was like poking the rat. And I said, hey dude, don't poke the rat. I'm making up stories. It's not even real. But what if that did happen? What if I do see a rat tomorrow? Thanks for the illegal sign. It's not illegal. It's real. If you want a Blue Sky invite code, you check out the VOD or check out the Discord. I will never use Blue Sky, but I have an account now. You have to be subscribed though. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking. Thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your whatever today is. Goodbye.